stabbed in my back. I lost a few of my brothers, don't wanna do it again. Ran up the racks, then I fell out with that money, but watch how I do it again. She told me she love me, but she be out there fucking, can't let her use me again. They know I'm on point, and I shoot that like a movie, I bet he won't do it again. Pull up in the foreign, when I pull off, drop the roof, and I heard blue in the wind. These niggas is boring, fan base be the proof, you shouldn't make music again. Know what I'm doing, made it straight out Illinois, I gotta make me some noise. Know what I'm doing, take the dick out of activities, I feel like I'm making a porn. I'm keeping it P, my baby spitting the P, like she was drinking some urine. I'm keeping it G, and I ride around with the heat, cremate him, not here in the urn. That shit why I eat, my mama she pray for my speech, my daddy say live it, you learn. They slander my name, still they can't blemish my image, when will you little nigga learn? Yeah, I'm searching for blood, I'm sitting back waiting my turn. Yeah, really got it out the mud, really had to put in the work. 4 bitches that's quadruple booties, it's feeling like heaven on earth. Yeah, I damn near ain't nigga to hit him, cause I fell asleep out the surf. Think I got it, my daddy a preach. Boy, if you scared, go to church. Yeah, why would you say give a fuck if you drippin', little nigga, we hit up your merch. I'm a Marine, it's M16, it came with a 3-round burst. I don't give a fuck about no little bit of money, we put in the loyalty first. Stabbed in my back, I lost a few of my brothers, don't wanna do it again. Ran up the racks, then I fell out with that money, but watch how I do it again. She told me she love me, but she be out there fucking, can't let her use me again. They know I'm on point, and I shoot that like a movie, I bet he won't do it again. Pull up in the foreign, when I pull off, drop the roof, and I heard blue in the wind. These niggas is boring, fan base be the proof, you shouldn't make music again. Know what I'm doing, made it straight out Illinois, I gotta make me some noise. Know what I'm doing, take the dick out of activities, I feel like I'm making a porn. Pull up, I'm hurting, they feeling for show, I just wanna ball up a rose. Granny, I feel you whenever I'm cooking for shows, still can't believe that you gone. Not one of them, I'm him, came through the door just to boast, I'm not being humble no more. Just want you to know, you play with my top and you gone, I promise it will not be long. Whole nother level, hollow tips came on the bullets, but they all gon' shoot off together. It really is Stefan, if you won't dance with the devil, I'm pulling up busting your belly. I lost a few of my brothers, I wish it was something that could help them. When I ask for help with that money, they act like they ain't wanna help me. Stabbed in my back, I lost a few of my brothers, don't wanna do it again. Ran up the racks, then I fell out with that money, but watch how I do it again. She told me she love me, but she be out there fucking, can't let her use me again. They know I'm on point, and I shoot that like a movie, I bet he won't do it again. Pull up in the foreign, when I pull off, drop the roof, and I heard blue in the wind. These niggas is boring, fan base be the proof, you shouldn't make music again. Know what I'm doing, made it straight out Illinois, I gotta make me some noise. Know what I'm doing, take the dick out of activities, I feel like I'm making a porn.
Big Bash, nigga, you know what the fuck going on? What I'm doing? Hey, that boy Bash cooking again. KP on the couch, nigga. New Money ENT. Mile 4. Hip Hop Fraternity.
Hey, yo, Cash, you did it with this one.
All praise to the Most High Creator. And upon this Mother Earth, we gotta bring back the love, y'all. We gotta bring back the peace. Bring back some unity.
No more crying. We gotta bring back the love. stop the violence, please. Let's end the killings, please. So the children be at ease in these city streets. Detroit a lovely town, some devils getting down. Police corruption while the prosecutors all around. But that's a different story, and it's another time. The murders of my people weigh heavy on my mind. I'm missing children gone, angels up in that zone. Another shooting at a school, man, this shit is wrong. We sending love to Sudan over in Africa. Yes, it's a war-torn country, ain't no laughing, bro. Let's get that love back, let's let our peace stack. Let's take a moment and not worry about no stacking racks. Cause it's a lot of pain moving through the earth. Why? So keep faith in yourself and the Most High. Because life on this earth is just a testimony. That's why we gotta keep it 100. It's too many phonies.
We gotta bring back the love. We gotta bring back the peace. We gotta clean up our streets. No more crying. We gotta bring back the love. We gotta bring back the peace. We gotta clean up our streets.
Let's bring it back like when the street lights would guide us home. And focus on this world around us, not the one inside the phone. And not a stone I throw, cause bro, my house is glass, cracked and dirty. Chasing bags, I doubled down and woke up feeling half as worthy. The path is curvy, so the devil lurks at every turn. Ain't preaching, but history repeats itself unless we learn. The earth is burning faster than it's turning. That's how it seems. Imagine all the death is manifested from a coward's dreams. Forgave myself for yesterday, and you can do the same. Cause what you think about, you bring about. So look into your brain, tap inside your spirit, you can hear it speaking truth and light. Divine purpose is the value of a human life. Cause if you really wanna bang and slide, reject the evil. Big steppers only grab that weapon to protect the people. Cause every city got a system and no love is felt. And we can't love each other till we learn to love ourselves.
No more crying. We gotta bring back the love. We gotta bring back the peace. We gotta clean up our streets. No more crying. We gotta bring back the love. We gotta bring back the peace. We gotta clean up our streets.
Shout out Five Flame Goddess.
So special.
Divine family. Shout out Five. Shout out Five Flame Goddess. Shout out Five Flame Goddess.
So special.
Divine family. Divine. Shout out Miller Fire.
Lady Miss from the Ground Up Productions, and I am talking to my peoples over there. Tyler Mix, he's over there in Elmira, upstate right now, and he got a story to tell y'all.
Lava Mag hoes strut they shit up in the Met Gala. Then fuck around and saw some dick up in the Met Gala. Pimp out your ride, pimp out your kids, that was MTV. VH1 was a medium for everything. Now they wanna bring back on 106 in Park. Is this power standing up? Is he really gonna work? While your president is dropping all these tears off of foreign lands. Got our kids in these streets, stressed off place and grams.
Allows inmates to be out of their cells for 7 hours a day. The correctional officers are against that, and it just created a whole non-safety situation for the whole jail. There in Elmira. the staff, police staff, is gift our life disorder and things too.
Changing the history, that's something devils do. They are false narratives of teachers that you never knew. Now they wanna take the spiritual about the knowledge. Give you 12 grades, send your ass off to college. Acting like they never knew this matrix had existed. They can stay you being God, so they rather hang you twisted. Ripping up a nationality that take our birthrights. Original Moors is for the gospel of the holy light.
The field in here, they watch the fights. Every fight, they barely even break up fights. Sometimes you can see inmates breaking up fights and like after a person gets beat up or something, they step in and break up the
Fire
fight.
Nation, flames. Here's the thing that they hate, for us to be great. Reach one, teach one, push you to elevate. Keep your mind focused on the grind, shade never get shine. Waking up is divine, being woke is divine. The power in every hour, enemy needing power. Head on a swivel, never knowing it's your hour. You don't wanna be that one with nothing left in your honor. Now the feeling messed, I'm trying to make it like empire.
Can you give me,
we can play it again later.
and the people who are listening right now, can you give us a visual of, give us some type of visual to understand what's going on? Like, what exactly are the inmates doing, specifically to each other, to the COs, or the COs doing to them? Give us, take me through a day in Elmira.
Look, I ain't even gonna
After you go off, I'm gonna come in,
the bloods,
say a few things, endorse this hair oil from my grandson's DM, and bring you in, sis. I know. I is too.
You're live.
All right. Mad salute. What up, dope? Welcome back to another dope episode of Just a Conversation. And y'all just heard the premiere of Unk, the new hot collaboration with your favorite Pharaoh, godson of Pharaoh, and our Massachusetts queen, our sis, that's always repping hard, Miller Fire owner, entrepreneur, artist, writer, all around queen, Fire Nation Flames. So she was on that joint. Mad salute to Lady Miz for letting me get in and use her interview with her cousin that's up in Elmira. You know what I'm saying? We understand, things happen in life, but if you got anybody that's in the belly of the beast, please show some love to them. Put some money on their books. You know what I'm saying? Send them a few JPay letters. It's really needed and it's really appreciated. Trust me. We understand we busy out here with life, but trust me, they in there busy with survival. So that was one of the reasons why we agreed to have it inside the song and everything to get that message across. Unk represents life, and that's just a part of life that a lot of society would like to write off or sweep up under the table, you know what I'm saying? Because of the fact of the so many incarcerated brothers and sisters that's innocent, you know what I'm saying? Even the ones that's not innocent, those that went in there and changed their life, came out, became better citizens of society and for the nation of people that they represent. So, we understand it's a need for the system, but it's definitely not a need to mess over the people that's in the system. And that's what that interview was about. Right now, I'd like to endorse Allure, a more authentic hair oil. And this hair oil is designed with the ingredients to grow your hair, beard, etc., etc., etc. It is done by Allure, a more authentic hair oil LLC, and you can you can go to Facebook, Instagram, I believe Twitter also, and follow
The company is by my grandson's mother, Iman Little John. And it's a great product. I'm using it myself. So hopefully in the next 6 months, my beard could be banging like Young Questlove. You know what I'm saying? And y'all go ahead and cop you a bottle. It's $25 a bottle. The ingredients is impeccable. I'm gonna run off a few real quick. See where they at. Where they at? Where they at? Okay, here we go. We got avocado oil, neem powder, moringa powder, peppermint oil, tea tree oil, biotin, rosemary, fenugreek, black castor oil. Look, look. And now, you got a lot of hair oils and tonics out on the market, and they may have a few of those ingredients, but then you see such and such and such, pea poplar root black phlegm with an X on the end, and you like, wait a minute, what is this pharmaceutical product doing inside ingredients for hair? You know what I'm saying? It really don't add up. But this product here has all natural ingredients. You can look them up when you get the bottle and verify it yourself. Try it out and let your soul glow. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. Yeah. It's your boy. It's your favorite godson in the house. Godson the fellow. Mad salute to this dope as fuck underground movement representing Divine Family. Mad salute to my man Super Mike, the super chat guy. Look, there's a lot of things going on the earth. There's a lot of places you could be. But right now, you chilling with me, and I ain't got nothing but love for you. Appreciate that. Right now, we about to bring on, in a few more minutes, the Massachusetts Queen, the fire goddess on the microphone. Fire Nation Flames. I've been following the sister for a long minute now. You know what I'm saying? Checking her thing out. Her YouTube is banging. You know, she put great content out. Her lyrical flow. See, this is why I thought she was from New York. You know what I'm saying? I just recently found out she was from Massachusetts. So I was calling her the Queen in New York. And you know what I'm saying? This Queen's in New York, you know what I'm saying, that I mess with. I wasn't trying to, you know what I'm saying, throw no shade nowhere. I was just, you know, giving honest is due. I thought the sister represented New York, but she said she loved New York. She said she loved New York, which is cool. Look, she from Massachusetts. We're going to represent where she from the proper way. So we got the Queen of Massachusetts in the building coming on in a minute. Right now, we finna go to another commercial. And when we come back, we gonna have Fire Nation Flames on house. And not house arrest, but house in the building. Y'all know what it is. It's just a conversation. Salute.
Just a ghetto living in me. Ghetto living in me. It's just a ghetto living in me. Whatever, however, I'm still gon' bring it raw. Let me know that folks is hot as the temperature in the south. Leave it alone if temptation make you reckless. We'll send you home. In a box sign to the live with that, turn it stamped on your dome. Better keep it no focus, quick and hit you like hocus pocus. Boy, you better get the picture, cause I'm about to greet you with some homegrown heavy hitters and lick 'em up shot niggas. I put it down with T.E.P. from aka Rock Roll Killer. You know the boys I'm talking about that'll knock your head off your shoulder. Leave your block look like I ran through about 50 concrete boulders. To all new school crews
Come from the rules of the old school. Crossing the gun line, resulting your ass singing them old blues. Penetrate this mic like, hey, I'm about to shake you out your damn shoe. And ripping through these beats like sheets. It's true pleasure like a birdman. My nigga cat that delivers in any weather. Can't shit the chatter. We put the hood up for collateral.
I wanna be the right bitch. Hand on my dick with a ghetto bitch. I'm trying to make a meal and I'm making it quick. I'm loving this shit, I'm loving this shit. Oh, it's just a ghetto living in me. You see what I see, you be what I be. I'm down on the grind, nigga, naturally. Ghetto living in me, ghetto living in me.
She want a roughneck player who can hit that ass. When you
Hey, that boy Bash cooking again.
Bitches up there.
Bitches up there. Bitches stuck. Gang.
Bitches up there, you don't want no smoke, why would you say the game? Lock and load the strap like a Marine, I feel like Major Payne. Niggas shouldn't have played with Best, now they gon' engrave his name. I used to treat her like a queen, might slut out, cause feelings change. Stop asking me what's wrong with me, bitch, I'm going through some things. Miss Pearly and Miss Herbie too, I might just go lay in they grave. They keep telling folks I'm crazy, bitch, cause you don't feel my pain. Watch my homie die with space in 30 years, bitch, I'm deranged. Helping people like I'm Jesus, heating up, I feel like Satan. She can't hear me, but she feel me, and I know you love me, Sadie. Have my youngest spin your block, put that phone, what's her name? Don't like me, I don't give a fuck, I'ma ball out anyway. I'm like, fuck you niggas, and fuck you bitches, I'ma ball out. We play with digits, run up them numbers, shut them all down. I'm working 7 days a week and I can never call off. Sorry, I can't help you, no, I'm not the one to call on now. Go get a hustle off your ass and put the phone down. They talked about me like a dog, let's switch the tone now. Say every dog gon' have his day, I got the bone now. Got too much motion, ain't no way that I can slow down. Hear about what you say to me, yeah. You can call me posted, better not play with me. I'm gon' slay the heat. Got 100 around, don't give a fuck if they ADD. Bitch, don't ask me why I'm here, you know I came to beef. I got a young nigga slang guy and he got ADD. Say he gon' kill me when he see me, so I came to see. Fuck you mean, nigga, you gon' die right in this bitch. You think about touching me? Where I'm from, you die for nothing. Young niggas gon' bust.
Have you got your homie? Have you got your guns?
This is a state of emergency. This is a state of emergency. Black girls missing. Every day got the souls that appear and straight up twisted. Black girls missing. Every day got police acting like they're straight up listening. Black girls missing. Every day got the souls that appear and straight up twisted. Black girls missing. Every day got police acting like they're straight up listening. Spiritual cancer. Look up our answers, making it all a disaster. Nobody knows how many people you know that are turning to foes. Children be missing here, children be missing there, and it's really a scare. Police be acting foul, assuming the kids in the streets and they're being wild. And what is a runaway? That's the laziest cop in the desk that'll always get paid as the future gets kidnapped. What they're being degraded, becoming the devil's sick slave. Nobody understands the pain and the sorrow that's always standing at hand. Families stay full of pain, families stay full of pain as they yell at your name, hoping and praying. Looking for solace as they all shoot through the shame. Seeing the news vans, all the reporters with microphones, cameras in hands. When will it all end? The murderous scenes, the children that's strung out on lean. We search in every zone, but missing and missing and missing, we need them back home.
There's so many missing people of color in the U.S. African Americans remain missing 4 times longer than white Americans. That number is alarming.
Girl, I miss your smile, ain't seen it in a while. I don't laugh, I just cry, try to find a reason why. They done took my blood, I'm dry, and I pray at night to the Lord. Yeah, I watch the news and I got the blues, cause I don't see my story.
Have you got your homie? Have you got your
Black girls missing. Every day got the souls that appear and straight up twisted. Black girls missing. Every day got police acting like they're straight up listening. Black girls missing.
When a black person is in distress, missing, it's not.
Config Army remix. Boss like music 313. TTO. You know the stakes is high. Stakes is high as we live living out this Babylon. Prophecies get to dropping like a ticking bomb. Look at life, got us moving through this hocus pocus. Take a minute, got us shooting out of full focus. And we blazing cause the minds wrapped in bandages. Willie Lynch still got us being savages. Presidential bullshit, we see it every day. Whoa, ducking shots from another straight. Whoa, got a cop with some old haters. Beat the politicians moving like they don't skate. Through the arc of the north and the south gate. I'm coming straight from the west side of King Great. Sliding heavy with the knowledge that I'm bringing forth. Bring the balance back to hip hop, that's our culture source. I keep a line, motherland, she the super force. Know your man, learn your history, the true course. Know yourself, know your God, that's the true boss.
He told us that since our employees had become solid investors in this prison business, it was now in their interest to make sure that these prisons remain filled. Our job would be to help make this happen by making music which promote criminal behavior, rap being the music of choice. He assured us that this would be a great situation for us because rap music was becoming an increasingly profitable market for our company.
Got you. Mad salute, mad salute. Welcome back to Just a Conversation with your favorite Pharaoh godson, the Pharaoh of Divine Family. And right now, it's about to be a stone cold gas, baby. We got Fire Nation Flames in the motherfucker building. From the motherfucker Massachusetts to the motherfucker Moat.
Uh-oh. What's good? What's good, everybody? It's your girl, Fire Nation Flames. Y'all, what we here to do? About to take over. Flame on. If you don't know, I'm from Springfield, Massachusetts. Represent. I do love New York. I do love Philly. They do accept me as their hometown. But I'm from the 413. So salute, salute, salute to you guys having me on the show. I'm excited. We're about to tear this up. Salute to the whole family. Men of Fire, 144,000 chosen few. Who Mag. All right, it's so many. It's so many. United Nations, you already know what's up. Oh, you want me to? In that case, today you guys are going to be hearing the exclusive new single. So get ready. It's a lot of stuff happening. Guys, so let them know what's happening today.
What's up, what's up, what's up? What up, though? Mad salute. Welcome back to Just a Conversation. And y'all already been introduced to the Fire Nation Flame.
What's good? What's good?
Boom, boom. That's what's up, that's what's up. I'm sure she let y'all know what's happening, who she is, and everything. So, we gonna get into the meat of this. You know, this first hour was all about you, Queen. Appreciate you coming through.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be here.
Oh, hey, look, we excited to have you. Give us a brief journey of how you started on your path to hip hop, being an author, now you modeling. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure acting coming next with the movies and everything. You an entrepreneur, you a owner. You know what I'm saying? Miller Fire LLC. You know, so give us what started that journey. What got you on the path?
Being a artist, everything started my path. Life actually started me with music. Being young, you have that mom that hears around the corner, so you can't really say everything you want to say out loud.
Got
So
you.
my notebook to
Right.
my music was my friends. I fast forward, again, I'm from Springfield, Massachusetts, and it's really hard to get that love from your hometown. I said, you know what? All right, I'm gonna leave my hometown, but I'm gonna still represent my hometown. And I found out my uncle knew Smooth Mass Beats. Shout out to Smooth Mass Beats. He's amazing, amazing, amazing. Dirty Klansman, everything. Like, He was my mentor. He taught me so much, and he was like, "Look, you and your brother Judah need to. It's time to lock in." So me and Judah locked in, and I became first lady of 144,000 chosen few. Salute the family, and
Okay.
it's just been crazy ever since. I'm on go, and after a few years, of doing everything, becoming Grammy nomination considered, my brother said it's time. So I said, "You right." And myself and my right hand, my whole blacksmith actually teamed up with me, and we've got Miller Fire LLC. So right now we're rocking out. We're doing great things. And, salute my artists, King RM, Wordplay, Moody, 144,000. It's so amazing to be able to have a strong team that's really supportive, full blown entrepreneur. So for me, it's like breathing. Music is breathing air. Being an owner of a record label is breathing air. Having family everywhere showing love, it's breathing air.
Okay. What got you in love? What song? What was the environment that got you in love with hip hop though? Cause you could have went R&B, you could have went country, yeah, you could have went classical and got up there and did opera. What brought you to hip hop?
Well, the best part about me, and I will always say this, I'll always stand on it. I'm not just one genre. I am every genre. I am the genre. So I love hip hop because hip hop is everything. And a lot of people don't realize that hip hop comes in on different levels. Hip hop is that country. Hip hop is jazz. Hip hop is R&B. But see, you have to be a lyricist, a true MC to know the levels of hip hop. So for me, when I came in, I grew up because I'm an 80s baby. I'm like, mind your business. So I'm young, but my dad, he beatboxed. My mom, she sang to me a lot. So I grew up a lot on the Run Diggers, the Queen Latifahs, the Erica Badu's, KRS-One, you know, and of course, I listened to Wu Tang and everything. But it's been a journey for me. Everything is beautiful to me about hip hop, and I decided to not just be hip hop, but show every element of hip hop. So I'm a little different from what they used to.
Okay. Diverse and everything. Look, I checked out your YouTube, hit your Spotify up. Your lyrical prowess is definitely warranted the flames. So now, how you get the name Fire Nation Flames?
Oh my God. That's always the funniest question that I get asked in the interview. And it's really a funny story. I actually came in as Country Fire Flames. That's how I started off. And everyone was like, okay, that's cool. But I felt like I was just being doubted. Like, no one was really taking it seriously. No one was respecting me. They just kind of overlooked me and underheard me. And I remember sitting with someone and they told me, nah, no, you are fire, baby. Everything about you is fire. Your passion, your lyrics, your drive, the way you come in, it's fire. And someone looked at me and said, you're going to be so hood rich. And I stopped them. I said, I don't want to be hood rich. I want to be international. And they said, oh, like an anime character, like Fire Nation. I said, yeah, but I'm hot. And God rest his soul, Spit Flames from Massachusetts. He looked at me and said, you're flames, not with an S, but with a Z. And I took that. I trademarked it. I patented it. There is no other Fire Nation Flames. I'm the one and only. And it means a lot to me because people remember that when I tell them Fire Nation Flames with a Z because there's only one me.
Gotcha. Okay. Got you. Now, sliding over to the business end as an entrepreneur and everything, give us a little bit, or give them a little bit of the road that you had to walk through to get where you at as an entrepreneur, as a label owner. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody think it's easy. I just hit the website, get this LLC, and that's all and cracking. No. So by you being successful in it, give them a little bit of how you achieved and what you had to do to achieve that part of success.
Absolutely. I definitely have to give a huge shout out to my brother Judah and Smooth Bass Beats. You know, um, it really means a lot to me because Judah sat with me. I mean, boot camp sat with me. So there wasn't no half step in it. 3 o'clock in the morning I was being asked questions. 3 o'clock in the morning I had to spit lyrics. And when he brought me in and said it's time to start your label, I said Miller Fire. And Curtis Miller, aka the blacksmith. He's gonna kill me for saying his last name. He actually sat with me and we decided to learn more about the business, not just as
Okay.
label owners, but as artists and as entrepreneurs in every lane. Right now, I'm actually taking my bachelor's degree in business management because I'm so passionate about it. I learned that you determine your own definition of success. A lot of
True
people,
to
like
that.
you said, they think they can go online and, oh, I got an LLC. That LLC comes with fees. That LLC comes with making sure that you are trademarked, making sure that your label is copywritten. You have to make sure that you have your things in order. You want to have contracts on deck. You want to have your admin on deck. It takes more than what people think, especially if you're doing it the right way. And I definitely have, like I said, I
Okay.
have to give a shout out to my brother Judah Priest. I have to give a huge shout out to Blacksmith. I definitely have to give a huge shout out to Rob Swartz, Humac Distribution. He sits with me, I mean, and he has the craziest schedule, but he sits with me monthly at least to go over different things and teach me things. And you don't find that with people. So I'm blessed to just have a lot of people who believe in me and aren't afraid to give me the information because I'm not afraid to ask the questions.
Hey man, yeah, you definitely got to have a solid squad around you to, you know what I'm saying, get the success that you're looking for, and as well build the success that they're looking for. Also, it's just not okay. We're just focused on Fire Nation, and Fire Nation is not focused on us. You see what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of that, in the underground and in the industry. Everybody, oh, I'm the big artist, focus on me.
Yeah.
No, motherfucker. You got other people around you that's helping you to be that big ass artist. So you got to focus on them because they got lives, they have families. You know what I'm saying? Because technically, if you look at it, and everybody like, oh, don't say nothing like that. Corporate business is like the dope game. If you take care of your workers go do work the right way. You see what I'm saying? And that's just how corporate business is. If you take care of your employers or employees, then they gonna make sure you good. So I definitely admire your work ethic. You definitely got a lot of crowns you wearing and that you doing and everything. Um, family life, everything good.
It's a big family. I always say it doesn't take blood to become family. So the loyalty, the strength, we reboot each other, still sharp and still. I'm very big standing on that. My motto is hungry and humble
Amen.
because a lot of people don't know how to be hungry for knowledge, be hungry for more, but also be humble to know that it takes 1 minute to lose everything. It takes 1 minute to gain everything. With my young people, shout
That's
out
right.
to my nation, to my young followers. Uh, and I say and I usually don't, but I have to really take that moment of appreciation because a lot of people don't realize who's watching you. So my family is bigger than me. My family is the world. My family is anyone who hears my music, anyone who feels my presence, gets the Fire Nation Flames experience. If you've seen me, if you heard me, then you may be my family. I don't have to be right there to be right there. So for me, yes, my family life is great. I'm happy, I'm smiling, I'm moving forward. There's nothing that I can't do unless I don't do it.
That see that's why I fuck with you. That's see what I'm saying because you just gave a clear another clear understanding of divine family. That because it's universal. You see what I'm saying? You ain't got to be blood. It ain't. It's about the spiritual. It's how you think. You see what I'm saying? Your energy vibrating on that frequency. Okay, we can vibe. Your spirit vibrating on that lower level, then we can't vibe. You see what I'm saying? And it's just as simple as that. Do unto others as you want others to do unto you. If you don't live by that motto, then so be it. You may go over there. You see what I'm saying?
It's funny,
So
don't.
I Yeah,
I
don't
use
don't
my
bring
lyrics
that shit
against you.
around
I
here.
heard that.
You say what?
Because that's a part of my song, Go Go. Just go over there. Everybody knows the song.
Yeah, go right. Go on over there. Right.
But like
We
you
don't
said, that
need you
that
around
energy
here.
has to match, which is why I did the song Split Personalities, because I'm only giving off the energy that you giving me. So
Exactly.
yeah, you got listen, I live my music. If you hear my lyrics, it's me. There's nothing fake about it.
Right. Got you. Got you. Now, do you have ghostwriters?
No, no. Who's gonna tell my story better than me? And
Okay.
there's no shade or anything like that to people who use ghostwriters because I ghostwrite. So
Okay.
sometimes they but I always tell people if you're gonna have a ghostwriter, please get someone who knows you, who can really embrace you. But for myself, no. I have such a
Got you.
dynamic story and a versatile story that no one, no matter what it is, no one could write that. No one could give that to you but me. So I don't have a ghostwriter.
Amen. Got you. No, I look. I ask every artist that because I've been asked myself, and I'm like you. I'm old school. I do my own writing. Now, I'm not too well with hooks, so I might have what I'm saying. My stepson slide in. Hey, bro, let me get a couple there. Help me with this hook, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Young Dev. And he might, all right, man. He hit me with the all right, old man, and then slide in with the hook. I might, okay, all right, I'll fuck with you.
You gotta give a
Other than
little
that,
bit
but
of,
no, yeah,
a little bit of
just love
feedback. Like,
something,
nope, I'm not
just
doing
love
nothing.
something, yeah, And then he's a younger generation, so I definitely don't mind getting a little assistance and help because they had their ear to the street. You know what
Absolutely.
I'm saying? Certain areas that I might not be listening to at that time, so it infuses with what I'm saying, what I'm doing, and I'm cool with that because my thing is you don't have to be a certain age to learn.
Absolutely not.
You don't have to be a certain age to teach.
Period.
So you can learn from everybody. What's next on the horizon for Fire Nation Flames? What projects you got coming up, shows, et
Uh,
cetera, et cetera, et cetera?
there's so much happening right now. I definitely have to give a shout out to Mark Prey and Miss Karikam, who officially announced myself and the Blacksmith as members of the United Nations. And it is the most amazing experience to now be modeling with them and just being an artist with them. I always tell people, please do not call me a rapper. I'm a lyricist. I'm the lyrical feminist to be exact. But to be able to showcase my music all over the world, to be able to volunteer with people, modeling, learning fashion, to be able to empower women, it is the greatest honor. I would have never seen it coming because
Mhm.
I'm a lyricist. So who would have thought Fire Nation Flames is going to be on the catwalk and her all black? And so
Right.
it's a lot. As far as shows, oh my goodness, there's so many shows. It's so much music out. Shout out to my artist Wordplay who just dropped his single "Good Time." It's such an amazing song, and I gotta give a
Dope.
shout out to King RM. I just love King, and his song out right now, "King is King." You better check it out. It is not a game. I love that song. Big shout out to, myself, because I do have my video for Split Personalities is out right now on all platforms.
Word.
And shout out to 144,000 chosen few who just dropped the new album. The Round Table is out now. You want to definitely check that out. And I mean, you
Hmm.
want to get ready because the Blacksmith is gonna be preparing to drop an instrumental album. He is the weapon producer of Miller Fire and the head of productions and CEO.
Okay.
So he holds many crowns. So y'all see him soon. But my next
That's what's
show
up.
as of right now is going to be June 14th in Allentown. Shout out to Mama the God. So apologies.
Uh huh.
You guys got me?
You say
Okay.
no. You say
So
shout out to who now?
there we go. So I'm very excited to be able to do what I do and do what I love. Oh,
Okay.
you guys, hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me try.
Okay. Everybody, we appreciate y'all jumping in. Yup, yup. We about to run to a commercial break real.
If you ain't about no money now, you niggas can't talk to me. I'm making boss moves, no off day. Monetizing everything, it ain't no shame. I need all pay, no looking back over your shoulder in them highway. Too many gunshots and kids dying around my way. Can't trust a bitch cause they scheme and play my game. Can't waste no time, cause time ain't gon' wait. Gotta keep that 40, can't be slipping and I don't play. A lot of y'all know the streets is fucked up. What's really going on? Everybody moving like snakes. Can't trust the soul, so I move with a Drake. A couple swerves in life, but lately keeping it straight. These niggas itching to hate. I'm eating greedy while I'm gripping the plate. You in the presence of a player, heavy dripping today. So don't even try your luck, I keep a pistol for play. Yeah, he gon' need a 6-foot zip up the lake. You see the toe tag hang, birthday with his name. Sad song, get tears, t-shirt with your face. Kush really got my thoughts, so I gotta let it burn. One deep, low key, and that's for every corner turn. Man, if you ain't about no money now, you niggas can't talk to me. I'm making boss moves, no off day. Monetizing everything, it ain't no shame. I need all pay, no looking back over your shoulder in them highway. Too many gunshots and kids dying around my way. Can't trust a bitch cause they scheme and play my game. Can't waste no time, cause time ain't gon' wait. Gotta keep that 40, can't be slipping and I don't play.
No breaks, no recess, I don't play, I been there, I keep that, no role play. I'm not a killer, don't push me, I'm on edge, go ghost face. If you die tonight, it's on the right, and I pray your soul take. Every time you look around, a youngster on a cold case. We say we okay, we ain't okay. Just running through it like a fucking bull, like Olay, like what you think was gonna actually happen? You run around with gorillas and savages, picnics, ballet, and some pageants, doing remakes of words your caddy. I ain't never been with a baddie. She comes, so I add it to the telly. You sweet dick, so she send me that addy. Make it stretched out stiff on that patty. If you ain't about no money, can't talk to me unless you upgrade, graduate. You can't walk with me. Don't be weird and don't be stalking me. Yeah.
If you ain't about no money now, you niggas can't talk to me. I'm making boss moves, no off day. Monetizing everything, it ain't no shame. I need all pay, no looking back over your shoulder in them highway. Too many gunshots and kids dying around my way. Can't trust a bitch cause they scheme and play my game. Can't waste no time, cause time ain't gon' wait. Gotta keep that 40, can't be slipping and I don't play.
Welcome back to Just a Conversation with your favorite Pharaoh guy, son of Pharaoh. And we got the Fire Nation Flames back in the building. Yay, yay. Shout out to the Ice Cube. Now, tell us a little bit about your upbringing in Massachusetts and your switch to wherever you are right now.
My journey in Massachusetts, it wasn't easy. You know, in my city where I'm from, oh man, you either go hard or you go harder. There is no quit. There is no let it go. You don't do that. You go hard. You put in everything, and my city teaches you to be strong no matter what. It's very hard to back down, and everyone doesn't really get appreciated. A lot of people have a lot of popularity things going on, so you'll see a lot of popularity contests. And for me, I didn't feel like I needed to be a part of that, so I decided to take my hometown with me and travel. I then moved to Florida, where I had a ball. I love Florida. I was there for a lot of years, and that
Uh-huh.
was awesome. I was in Tampa, and that became home. Then I moved to Virginia, that became home. And I did a lot of my shows starting off in Philadelphia to the point where Philly accepted me as one of their own. So shout out to Philly. I always love y'all. And shout out to New York because I'm always out there showing big love, big love. So New York is everywhere I go. If there's music, that's home. Anywhere I walk in, that's my house. And it's not me being
Facts.
cocky. It's me being that lovable. It's me knowing that when I bring my energy is your energy. Your energy is to empower me. My energy is to empower you. So wherever I go is home. Right now, I am in Jersey. Shout out to the Jersey gang, Jersey gang.
Mm.
And I love it here. It's
Right.
peaceful. Where I'm at, it's very peaceful. So I'm excited. It's a lot of movements going on, but I can't really, tell too much of everything.
No, that's what's up. I look at travel as an aspect of to learn and get experiences. So each experience is a life lesson. You know what I'm saying? You learn them lessons and you move on. The slogan as it says, a reason, a season, a lifetime. You know what I'm saying? So each degree that you move through in life is just that. It's reason you there. You know what I'm saying? It's either you gonna be there for a season or you gonna be there for a lifetime.
Yeah.
So
Either way, it's a lesson and an experience. It's all on how you take it.
exactly, exactly. So what's up? This is just a conversation, Queen. We ain't finna be doing all this asking
Yeah,
50,000
I
questions. What you
love
got
it.
to chop it up about?
Well, I definitely got to give a huge shout out. Let me do my promotion because
Do your
shout out to
thing.
my
Do your
girl,
thing.
my love bling queen. She's actually tuned in now. She is the fire. Listen, she when y'all see me blinging and y'all see me fierce on the stage, she's the one who makes sure that my bling is to the gods, as I like to call her, as well as King RM and King's Crown Jewels keeps me just beautifully jeweled, and I love them so much. Out to South Carolina, that's where she's at right now, and big ups. I see everybody in the chat. Shout out to my 144 family. I see Cost Draven. I see MAS Lights Out. I see 3XG Spits. Everybody was good. I love you guys. Sean Major, I see y'all. For me, I just really want people to understand this. I am who I am. I'm going to say what I say. I'm going to do what I do. If I love you hard until I don't. And
Mm.
a lot of people will overlook many. A lot of people underestimate many. I will tell you the same thing I tell my artists. You never know who you're sitting in front of. You never know who you're having a conversation with. In your mind, you can be like, oh, because some people will sit and they're like, oh, that's Sen. That's Senya. Because we don't go through my whole name, but Senya, we'll give you that part. And
Right.
then I have to break it down to them. There's more than just Fire Nation Flames. Arsenia is a whole CEO, now model. I am a different type of brand on different levels. And it took me some time to realize that. And it also took, not for nothing, the blacksmith and Mummer to God to really sit me down for a minute. And Judah Priest, of course, to sit me down and just, hey, you're more than just one entity. You are entities. And that's why I always say I am the genre because I'm very versatile. There is nothing that I can't do. You can put any beat. I heard you say, country and jazz. I have all of those. I have country
Mm-hmm.
songs in my chamber. I have R&B. I actually speak Spanish, so I have some Latin songs in there. I'm working on a couple of
Mm-hmm.
things with some overseas artists. So I'm very versatile. I don't stay in the box, and I would advise anybody don't stay in the box. And if you're comfortable where you
Amen.
are, then you're doing the wrong thing. And I hate to say it like that, but I said what I said. Get out your box. Get out your comfort zone. Make new friends. Say hi to somebody. That hello can literally be your next big opportunity. But most times people are afraid to say hi. People are afraid to shine a light on someone else. It is okay to shine a light on someone else because what you don't realize is when you shine that light on someone else, it shines a light right back on you because it shows that you're not afraid to give love. Love is a big,
Amen.
huge thing. People don't understand that love moves, unity speaks. So when you do something, you gotta you gotta really embrace that, and you gotta know that what you're doing is bigger than you. If you don't see it as bigger than
Mm.
you, then it doesn't matter. It doesn't count
Yeah.
because someone's watching
Okay.
you. You know, in the comments, I gotta give it up to my baby. She is the ambassador of my young nation, Brandy Nation. Auntie loves you so much. I had to have an auntie moment. But Brandy Nation is one of the young females who is an ambassador for me. She always makes sure that the young girls know what I'm doing because I speak differently. If you listen to my music, there is no sex on there. You will not see me half dressed. You will not hear me spitting
Right.
about something that doesn't have sustenance. And that's because I
Right.
know that there are young people that are following me. I know that I do have older people and elder people who follow me. Everything comes with sustenance. You know, shout out to my brother Judah Priest on the check, and I see you. Big headed him. But yes, I try to be a mogul for our young women because right now, in my personal opinion, and I love everything, but someone has to give the ladies something to be proud of other than their bodies. I always say you can show your assets, not your assets. I am a
Exactly.
fully dressed sex symbol, as I like to call it. And anyone who knows me knows. And it is beautiful to be able to see young girls wanting to keep their clothes on and give a different part of themselves to really to be a lyricist and not just a rapper making things sound good. It's really nice
Right.
for I love when people personally, I love when people look at my hair and they go, "Oh my God!" I had someone call me um, Mr. 6 9. Don't judge me. So they told me that was what I reminded them of, and I am very big on shutting people down immediately. So I checked it very clearly. My hair, and for everyone who's watching, if you don't know me, my hair colors are not just because I like colorful things or because I'm just having fun with colors. No, my hair stands for different awarenesses, which is why my hair is not always one color. Right now, I am representing for autism awareness, for my rainbow community. It's bigger than me. Again, my hair is a message. My hair stands for something that's bigger than me. You know, so when I am outside and I show my hair and I'm doing performances and they see my hair, the young girls, I've had children who are autistic and in mid moment stop and go, look at her hair. And that's the impact I want. I had a young girl tell her
Right.
mom she didn't want to go to the hair salon because she wanted yarn like Fire Nation flames in her hair.
Right.
That's the message I want. I want it is bigger than me. So when the young girls see me now, they're like, we bundle different. You're doggone right. They can spend $300 over there, or you can get your $5 and flex and be who you are, unapologetic.
Right.
You know, so
Gotcha.
it's always a bigger thing. Claus Draven said, "I am the genre." It could be. It could be. I definitely again. I just want to show a lot of love to everybody who's in the check-in because the support is real. I show a lot of support, so it is very much appreciated when I get that love back. I don't take that for
True.
granted, and a lot of people take that for granted. A lot of people
True to
say
that.
like, "Oh, they my fans," and you see people they like, "I got 10,000 followers," but how many of those 10,000 followers are coming up to your shows? How many of them
You said what
10,000
now?
followers went on Apple and subscribed and paid for your song because they love you? The 199.
Okay.
You know, you don't get that. So when
Right.
I'm outside, my followers are true followers. My the nation as I call them, they are very real. When it comes to DMing me, I am the one you are talking to. I am that artist.
Right.
I want you to
True
know
to
me.
that.
I want you to feel me. When you come to my shows, I give you a personalized experience. No show is ever the same. Half the time, my hair isn't even the same for any show. And that's what makes me stand out against everyone else. I'm not here to be everyone else. There's only one me. So why I fit in?
True. Okay. 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 Five Nation Flames in the building. I look. I appreciate the energy you bring in, sis. Definitely appreciate the knowledge and them gems you dropping because it's a fact that it's a lot of things and a lot of distractions out here in society that takes people away from the real shit that's supposed to be focused on. You know what I'm saying? So by you using your hair as a statement, look, we talking about autism right here. Hey, we talking about lupus. Hey, we talking about sickle cell over here. Look, we talking about the kids. You see what I'm saying? Then so be it, man. Salute to you on that. And trust me, I'm sure it's a lot of other people that's doing the same thing. It's just the uniqueness. You see what I'm saying? Is always understanding of being unique. And it's just like with hip hop. We want to be unique with our lyrics. We want to be different than the average MC. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna step our grade up a little bit when we grab that pen and that pad. And I appreciate you stepping up your grade when it comes, especially because you always um, doing some type of awareness for the children. You always giving back to the community, and that's wherever you at. So want to salute you for that, man. Salute on that. Now, being
I know you guys see
an
Judaprise in the comments.
entrepreneur,
That's why I keep giggling. I'm trying to ignore him. He said he got his hair
you
like
say what?
I'm so over him.
Oh, somebody in the chat.
It's
Man, salute
Judah.
to everybody that's
It's
tuning
Judah.
in. Oh, what up, JP? What up, Judah Priest, man? Salute to you, King. Come on,
You
man.
got
You
Miller
know,
Fire
you
in the
hit my
building.
IG.
Wordplay.
Hit,
Judas Priest,
hit my IG
144,000.
bio, bro. Sign
Everybody in
that
the chat, I
form,
love it.
man.
I love it.
Get you on here, man. You already know that we got to get a collab in. Oh, on this next commercial, y'all, we gonna be running that. Back again. That collaboration with Divine Family and Fire Nation Flames. Nah, sis,
Yes.
you say you in Jersey right now.
At the moment, yes.
At the moment.
You never know what
How's that
fire is.
vibe?
I'm always on go.
Nah, that's cool. That's cool. How's that Jersey vibe different from any other vibe? Is it you fuck with it? Is it what? How the vibe? How they love? They showing you love? What's happening?
I get love everywhere I go because I'm so different. I don't have any negative experiences when I go places. So it's always big love for me. I love Jersey. I love Philly. I love Colorado. I love, Detroit. I've been so many places. So for me, it's just beautiful everywhere. I like Jersey right now just because it's a different kind of peace for me. And it
Okay.
gives me a little bit of an opportunity to be right in the middle. So when I travel, no matter where I am, I'm kind of like even numbered, unless I'm, of course, in the Midwest or West Coast. So, it's
Right.
Jersey is Jersey. Jersey, I always tell anybody if there's music, that's where I am.
Okay. Now, compared to the hip hop in Massachusetts, like Boston, um, any other major city in Massachusetts, compared to the hip hop, what hip hop style would you compare your hip hop with?
Okay, well, no shade to Boston, but I'm from Springfield, Massachusetts, and Springfield is a whole
Spring.
another level of music compared to Boston, in my
Okay,
biased opinion. My city
gotcha.
sound is unique. It can't be duplicated. Just the way they come off in my city is crazy, and it's huge to see so many people in my city really just expanding themselves and getting out. And for me, I I don't sound like anyone. I'm not like anyone. I've been compared to certain artists, and I honestly, I'm truly honored. I've had people tell
Hmm.
me that I give a lot of Radiga energy. I give T Boz energy. I'm told that I give Erica Badu, Queen Latifah energy. I've been told that I have, of course, and salutes so many salutes to the first female hip hop MC Shy Rock. It is truly to be put in the same sentence with them as a female
Right.
lyricist. It's huge to me. So but when it comes to me, my personal opinion, there is no sound like me. I got the raspy voice, or I have the high pitched voice, so you might get that Fire Nation. You
Right.
never know what you're gonna
Right.
get because fire is fire. You know?
Got you. Now, your writing style, where did you, is that natural? Did you learn that? How did that come about?
It's natural. I love poetry. So poetry was something that turned into my music, and I beatboxed. And with me and my whole my 144 family, they'll definitely attest to this on the live. I had 7 notebooks. Okay, no lie. Coming in, I had 7 notebooks. I had one for everything I was going through. So I had one happy, one motivational, one you got me messed up. Like it was so bad because I love writing. I love creating. It was so bad that Smooth Mad Speaks turned everything off in the house. All the Wi-Fi, the lights out in my room. He took all my notebooks and he was like, "You are gonna go to sleep. You cannot write," because I couldn't stop writing. I don't need a beat. If I stare too long somewhere, I got a hook for it. I got a verse for it. I'm known to be the 7 minutes and I give you something beast mode on a track. For me,
Okay.
I went from notebooks to now I can use my cell phone. And it's not as fun with my cell phone, but it's easier to travel with compared to 7 notebooks.
Right. No, I got you.
So
I feel you.
my
I write
process is
on my
just,
phone too.
yeah, my process is let it
Yeah.
happen. If the beat doesn't, if I don't feel something with the beat, then it's not for me. But there's not a beat that I won't shred. And I say that.
Got you.
Like I said what I said.
Nah. I'm in agreement with you as far as the beat. That beat grab me, it's over. So yeah, if it don't, I might sit back and listen to it a couple of more times. After that 3rd time, and I ain't feeling nothing, I ain't getting them chilly illies. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm straight. I'm gonna pass on that joint and keep it moving. So definitely feel you on that. And
I gotta give a shout out.
as far
I
as
completely forgot. Shout out to Clef G, the Mad Composer, Just P. New song out. I have so many collabs coming. It's crazy. New song, Take It Back to 88. I was so honored to be on that track. It is huge. Y'all go check that out. If you don't know where to find it, don't worry because my links are on every single page, every single platform. And you better go listen to it because I said so.
Go on and tell them where to find you at, sis, real quick.
When it comes to me, it's all uniform. Fire, Nation, Flames. With a Z. Don't forget the Z. Because there's only one me, babe.
Definitely don't forget the motherfucking Z. Appreciate everybody that's tuning in.
Collab we did, right?
Look, that's what I'm about to say right now. We about to go ahead, pop into the commercial with this premiere once again. Represents life. And I'm so glad and happy that Queen of the Fire came in to jump on it. I'm honored and I'm humbled by it. Right now we introducing featuring Fire Nation Flames, produced by So Special Beats. Let's go.
Shout out Fire Flame Goddess.
So special.
Divine family. Divine. Shout out Miller Fire.
Lady Miss from the Ground Up Productions, and I am talking to my peoples over there. Tyler Mix, he's over there in Elmira, upstate right now, and he got a story to tell y'all.
Mad hoes strut they shit up in the Met Gala. Then fuck around and saw some dick up in the Met Gala. Play about your ride, play about your kids, that was MTV. VH1 was a medium for everything. Now they wanna bring back all 106 in Park. Is this power standing up? Is he really gonna work? While your president is dropping all these tears off of foreign lands. Got our kids in these streets, stressed up placing grams.
Allows inmates to be out of their cells for 7 hours a day. the correctional officers are against that. And it just created a whole non-safety situation for the whole jail up there in Elmira. The staff, the police staff is scared for their life, and so are the inmates too.
Changing the history, that's something devils do. Or false narratives or teachers that you never knew. Now they wanna take the spiritual about the knowledge. Give you 12 grades, send your ass off to college. Acting like they never knew this matrix had existed. They can stay you being God, so they rather hang you twisted. Ripping up a nationality that take our birthright. It's stretching no more, since for the gospel of the holy light.
They watch the fights. Every fight, they barely even break up fights. Sometimes you can see inmates breaking up fights, and like after a person gets beat up or something, they step in and break up the fight.
Fire Nation, flames. Here's the thing that they hate, for us to be great. Reach one, teach one, push you to elevate. Keep your mind focused on the grind. Shade never get shine. Waking up is divine. Being woke is divine. The power in every hour. Enemy needing power. Head on a swivel, never knowing it's your hour. You don't wanna be that one, nothing left in your honor. Now the feeling messed, I'm trying to make it like empire.
Okay. So can you give me and the people who are listening right now, can you give us a visual of, give us some type of visual to understand what's going on? Like, what exactly are the inmates doing, specifically to each other, to the COs, or the COs doing to them? Give us, take me through a day in Elmira.
Well, I ain't even gonna lie. The blood gangs, the Bloods run the whole jail. They run the phones. They run what's going on.
Just the ghetto living in me. Ghetto living in me. It's just the ghetto living in me. From the street.
Whatever, whatever, however, I'm still gonna bring it raw. Let me know that folks is hot as the temperature in the south. Leave alone if temptation make you reckless, we'll send you home. In a box sign to the live with that, turn a stamp on your dome. Better keep it no focus, quick and hit you like hocus pocus. Boy, you better get the picture, cause I'm about to greet you with some homegrown heavy hitters and lick 'em up shot niggas. I put it down with TEP from AKA Rock Roll Killer. You know the boys I'm talking about that'll knock your head off your shoulder. Leave your block look like I ran through about 50 concrete boulders. So all new school crews are from the rules of the old school. Crossing the gun line, dusting your ass singing them old blues. Penetrate this mic like, hey, I'm about to shake you out your damn shoe. And ripping through these beats like sheets. It's true pleasure like a bird man. My nigga cat that lives in any weather. Can't shit the chatter. We put the hood up for collateral call.
I wanna be right rich. Hand on my dick with a ghetto bitch. I'm trying to make a meal and I'm making it quick. I'm loving this shit. I'm loving this shit. Oh, it's just a ghetto living in me. You see what I see. You be what I be. I'm down on the grind, nigga, naturally. Ghetto living in me. Ghetto living in me.
You want a roughneck player who can hit that ass. When you tell him to stop it, then he fuck you real fast. You want him aggressive and out of mark with a mean street. A nigga to beat that ass cause you's a straight up freak. So you's a side bitch, hang with shy bitches and hoes. Get behind closed doors, they licking the crack of your toe. It's just that easy, I mean it's just that simple. I get them all alone and watch them pop like a pimple. I'm not the Mac Beats, you be calling me the man. With my dick inside my head while I'm swinging from the ceiling fan. But you didn't understand it, they just in the air. You love it from the back, you love the way we pull your hair. Straight ghetto, living with a foot in the dog. We down for making paper, living large off the hall. I never been a sucker cause I know the cheaters prosper. All a nigga needs a certified head doctor. Whoa.
I wanna feel like rich. Hand on my dick with a ghetto bitch. I'm trying to make a meal and I'm making it quick. I'm loving this shit. I'm loving this shit. Oh, it's just a ghetto living in me. You see what I see. You be what I be. I'm down on the grind, nigga, naturally. Ghetto living in me. Ghetto living in me.
It's the same old nigga off the same old block. Dope block, hate cops and keep the cars that hot.
grind pay. I be flipping every day. I got to make a change. This gangster life I live, shedding tattoo tears for bills dying through the years. It's my destiny to ball on these 20-inch rims. Wood grain, leather package, niggas call me Soldier Slim. My troops hang around me strapped deep in the south, and they be quick to pull the trigger and blow your brains out your mouth. We be sewing up the block with them 20s and 30s. Down south, getting dirty in my hand, big birds. 8 bars and verses, and see you quick to your hearse. Fuck your word, hit my turf and watch the guns disperse. On a mission, get rich, I keep a true ghetto bitch. Gold teeth, tattoos, and braids and weaves that twist. Cause
I wanna live like rich. Laying on my dick with a ghetto bitch. I'm trying to make a meal and I'm making it quick. I'm loving this shit. I'm loving this shit. Ghetto living. Ghetto living. Ghetto
Mad salute, mad salute. Welcome back to Just a Conversation. Once again, we got the Fire Nation Flames in the building. Representing Massachusetts by way of New Jersey. Mad salute to the Jersey. You know what I'm saying? You got my man True Words up in there. Young King Dramatic about the Jersey town. You know, so we know some hitters up in there. Look, once again, wanna let y'all tell y'all to go ahead and slide on over to Allure or More Authentic Hair Oil LLC, Facebook and Instagram. Hit that website. Copy you a bottle. Hair oil, hair tonic, natural ingredients. Fellas, go ahead, hit it up for the beer,
I see the stroke
and
in the
go
beard.
ahead
That
and
means
get
she
your
wants
queen one too.
business.
Nah, we on the second hour. Because you know we got to wrap it up at 9. And you know what we do. We go ahead and drop a topic about the sky. But you know our sky is flat. So we dropping it about the earth. And since we got an earth on deck, go ahead, sis. What you want to chop it up about?
Okay, so this is my petty moment. For everybody who knows me, y'all know I'm professionally petty. Now, this is a serious topic though tonight. Because all
Nah,
my
go
friends
ahead.
been calling me, and they're like, listen, Fire, we gotta talk about this because I need to let it out. I'm like a therapist for some
Okay.
of my friends without asking to be a therapist for my friends. Another subject. However, here's my issue. The minimum wage everywhere is ridiculous. And yet they want you guys to be able to afford rent, house mortgages, food, childcare, gas. Here's why. Felons can't go and get specific jobs. And I'm going to say what I said. But we got a felon as the president. I don't understand why we can't. Okay, wait. I'm saying that like I was a felon. Let me revert. Shh. I don't understand. I don't understand why felons can't at least have a chance. Damn.
Nah.
Again, I'm not on house arrest.
Sure.
For all those who's watching, that was a conversation that happened earlier. You'd have to have been there to understand it. But yeah.
No, I definitely understand you as far as the minimum wage. In Michigan, we went from the last minimum wage number was $7.50 to right now I believe is $10.50 minimum wage. I'm not saying because I had to think about it. Yeah, it's a few jobs and businesses that try to push out that number to people, and you really just got to be in retirement and not give a fuck, or you just really just bored.
people aren't even getting what they're supposed to get for retirement. That's the
No, what I'm
problem now.
saying
Like
is,
right now, our elders have nothing that they can legit have. They worked all their lives, and you're taking away Social Security. You're taking away health benefits. Our vets don't even
right?
get respect put on their name. Nevertheless, the health care and everything else they need.
Yeah.
Don't get me started, because I have vets in my family and in my life. My artist wordplay is actually a vet, and the respect is not there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it sucks because this is supposed to be the land of the free, but who is it free for?
Right.
Who in this land is free?
Understood, but it's not. You got to understand where we live. America was never built to be the way people want it to be.
Right,
We want it to be equal and we want it to be fair because that's what it says, right? But when even in the beginning when they came to America, they brought people that they didn't deem being fair before they even brought us.
right.
So when I get into conversations, I tell people like I need y'all to do y'all homework before you come at me, and God's gonna tell you like make sure you know your work, make sure you know what you about to talk about because what you're saying about minimum wage is set for the people who don't want to exceed no better than I just want to go to work every day. It's
But you
not
got to
there,
think about it. How many of those people know any other way?
right?
This
But
is the problem with
and
this
I
society now. Everyone, not for nothing, who was raised, we were taught how to work the land. We were taught how to survive. Like, there's the thing: when you grow up poor, as they say, you know how to survive everything. However, a lot of people don't get that moment to learn how to be more than that. A lot of people don't know about LLCs. A lot of people don't know about the business. They don't know that you can not use your name, but actually build generational worth from wealth from certain things. This is what makes me upset. There are people, this information. You are watching people struggle because you'd rather gatekeep than give out knowledge. God rest Papa Wu. When I first, and it was the last time I got to see him, I'll never forget him telling me, reach one, teach one. And I've heard it over and over, but to hear it from his mouth, from his lips, it hit different. And I gotta give again a shout out to my brother Judah Priest. He brought me to see Hellraiser for his documentary. And it was the greatest moment ever because I looked at Hellraiser and realized this man had a brain aneurysm. And he's still here. He's
Wow.
still hip hop. You can't take that away from
Right.
him. But what he does
Facts.
as an entrepreneur and people don't see is he's still teaching people. He's still giving knowledge about the
I,
business.
and I got what you're saying, so I'm gonna come on the other side of what you said, right? So the thing about me is I love everything you just said, and if you know me, my team knows that I'm that person that will give my left, right, and my left, right foot to help you succeed. It's not about the money. Shit, we're building this whole network and I don't charge nobody nothing. Everything is coming off my dime because I wanted a network where we can have conversations like this, right? But now let's talk about what you asked. We're talking about America. We're talking about a country that didn't even care about their own people, like I was saying before. When they first came over here, they had their own people as slaves. They took the criminals.
True to that.
They took the criminals, the people who were in the jails, who were on death rows, and sent them over here. You can't build a country off of being criminals and expect the country to work right. I don't care how many years it was. I don't care what you say. None of that. What I'm saying is we can't sit here and fuss about a country that wasn't built right in the first place. So everything that they built and everything that they did, think about it like this. Say me, you, and God, we just decided, and y'all don't take this and run with it, but say we decided to say, hey, we about to take over a drug empire. And we start doing things. You handle logistics. Godson handles the business on the banking. I turn around and go code and make all the deals. As we start to move, at some point we are like, oh, now we need to start investing into legal stuff, right? But the problem with that
Hey,
is
baby.
we built a illegal company and we're trying to transition it into what's right.
It'll always, Godson, go on mute. It's a lot of noise behind you, bro. It's a lot of
You got to calm him down.
Lifestyle going over there.
yeah, it's a lot. But the thing
Yeah, the
about
Empress
it is,
came home.
it's a lot of you can't turn something legal out of something that's illegal, no matter how hard you try. That's why a lot of our corporations, a lot of our major artists, a lot of the major people that we look up to are going to jail now because you reap what you sow. When you plant that seed, it's going to come back to come get you. You can't build it and then one day be like, oh, I just want to be 100% legal. In order to be legal, the Bible, whatever you believe in, says that you have to fix what you did first and answer for that sin. So eventually it's going to come back. America, now, when you talk about the tariffs, you talk about what Donald Trump is doing, you talk about how he's trying to leverage it back. It's because they have sold. You heard the guy from the Emperor of China, or whatever you want to call himself. He got on public television and said, America, you are crazy because they have literally sold y'all every part of y'all for the last 20, 30 years. They have sold everything that this country owns to everybody else. And if you look at what Donald Trump is doing, it may seem bad right now, but sometimes you have to. What did I say the last time, Godson? I tell people all the time: if you own Flame, if you own 12 McDonald's, right, and say one of your McDonald's all of a sudden just started, you notice that it was missing like $10,000 a month every month. You go back 17 years, it's been missed. Some $10,000 has been missing. Do you go in and just fire the
Make
general
sure that's the right
manager?
one.
Or do you
What's
go
your,
in and fire everybody, close down for a little bit, take that loss because you've already
yours
lost
in
a
there too?
lot, and then go back in and rebuild your team the right way?
No, take mine.
What choice do you make? I don't know what he's doing.
I have no idea. Godson.
Like either go on mute
No,
or
no.
you got to go on mute when you do
That
that because you interrupt the conversations.
Oh, my apologies. My apologies. The Empress just walked in.
where my belt? 'Cause I
um, my bad, y'all.
But I was asking her
Go ahead, King.
like what I told you. Well, the example that I said was if you had 12 McDonald's and you notice one of your McDonald's for the past 10 years have been missing $10,000 a month. Do you
Mm-hmm.
go in and fire just the general manager and the other managers and hope that the employees can step up? Or do you say, you know what? I need to close this McDonald's down for about a month,
And
rehire
starting.
everybody, right? That's all
Yeah.
Donald,
I'm shutting down.
that is all he's doing with our government right now. And yes, it's going to come with some high consequences at first, but what is the tariffs are going to make us bring everything that we send overseas, which where you're talking about minimum wage, Flame, and you're talking about homeless people, and you're talking about vets not getting. The reason why they're able to do that is because all our manufacturing went overseas after 2000. So all the abandoned buildings, all the abandoned jobs, all those people, it started a trickle effect. Because now, what
Right.
do you do when you want something? Everybody jumps online and orders from Temu. Where's Temu?
Right.
It's located in China.
China.
Where's,
Right.
here's a
huh?
rebuttal for that
Timu,
because I'm
Sheen,
always
all
one
that.
to debate.
Okay.
Now I hear what you're saying, but let's break it down for real.
Yep.
Trump is cute, and I'm gonna say what I said. Trump is cute, but your mayors, your government, your people who are supposed to be politicians for your state, your
Absolutely.
cities, it starts with them. Trump gets it later.
I
Your
got it.
town people are who you. So people are so busy, like I gotta go to Trump. Trump didn't mean shit. Excuse my language. Until those people put him in place, you still have a Supreme Court. You still have your politicians. Like I said, your mayor, your state representatives, your Department of Education. You're letting things go away as a people if you paid attention and we weren't just giving the you should go with Trump and you should go over here. No, teach them. Teach them that the mayor of your city is
Hey,
what's going to start and bring that to him. It
and
has to go to levels to even get to Trump.
I talk about that all the time.
You
I
feel me?
told
And
because
what bothers me is
I'm
a
a
lot of
poli
people
sci
don't
major.
realize this. If you, again, the gatekeeping, like I said before, The problem is everyone's like, yeah, you go team on you, you go team it, but see what no one taught them that Miss Shirley down the road has a farm.
Right.
Instead of buying them eggs from Aldi's, you can go and support Miss Shirley. See, the problem is back in the day when we had Black Wall Street, before we got before we got wiped
Yes.
out,
Right.
But it
it
was
was
even
generational wealth. It
but
was
it was even
teaching. It
before
was
Black Wall
knowledge.
Street.
It was understanding. To have that wisdom, y'all already know where I'm going. I'm gonna stop right there with it.
But
But there's
I
no one
love that you
teaching
said,
anymore. So
but
yeah,
Black
all they
Wall
feel
Street.
and what they see is, well, TikTok taught me. What about what you supposed to be teaching your
But
people?
can I say something? Can I say something real quick? That's probably gonna throw a hint in what you said. I love Black Wall Street. I talk about it all the time. But at the end of the day, we were a better community before we desegregated. Before they made
I
us
agree.
go and be in the white schools and be in this. The
Yeah.
people look at segregation as it was supposed to be right. And I'm like, I don't care that
No.
we had nasty bathrooms when you got to the white people side of town. I don't care that we had to go through the back door. You know what we were doing on the back end of that? Our families were stronger. We
Hmm.
cared more about our people. We
Right.
helped our people more. Our community stayed within our community. There were always been black barbershops, always been black business owners, always been that. When we started segregating and going into their world is when we started fighting each other. Let's just
But
be
I
that's
real.
what
I
they
hear what you're
wanted, though.
saying to a certain degree. I do hear what you're saying, but again, that comes with the teachings.
I agree.
It,
I
it
mean, everything.
always leads back to that. It'll always be because my mother had a saying: charity begins at home. So if you're not putting back into home and you're not teaching home, it's like, for example, my children, I made sure they knew how to write in cursive. I made sure of that. Do you know 2 years after I made sure that they were very well knowledgeable about cursive, they took cursive out of school?
Yep.
Hmm.
Who's going to remind them? See, no one's paying attention. Everything's all electronic. Everything's going to read itself to you. They're bringing back slavery with an electronic twist.
Yep.
Social media has always been there. It just wasn't on the computer.
Right.
You see what I
Absolutely.
mean? And as a people, I'm let me make it very clear. I am mixed with very many, many nationalities, many backgrounds. So I love and hate everybody equally. If I love you, I love you. If I hate you, I hate you. You got the wrong energy, go ahead. You got the
Right.
right energy, I'll embrace you. Because who am
Right.
I to judge you for them?
Right.
You understand? So Black Wall Street can be something that people look at. And it's more what I feel is look at these things that made us as just people
Right.
great. When you had those elders that showed you why these lies that you were sitting here being taught was something that we weren't supposed to stand for. The segregation of everything sucks, but it's still a reality. We
Mm.
still have to make sure our children and our loved ones are prepared for this, but
Absolutely.
also prepare them to know what's out there. You
Hey,
teach them black this, black this, black this, black this, and I hate to say it like that, but then they go overseas somewhere, they don't know what they're expecting.
hey, I,
They don't
hey,
know
I,
how to research nothing.
I was gonna say something, and God said, I know you're not gonna like me for this, but I'm gonna say it
He's
anyway because
not
I
gonna
like
like
what
me.
she's saying.
God's son just mute your
Hey,
What's
beats.
this?
I'm the first person. I agree with you 100%. My kids, I taught them like, look, I love the fact that we're black. Now, no, just because I don't move in the black markets, just because I don't move in the black only areas,
Right.
does not mean I don't support my people. But let me give you one thing that I tell everybody. When I was building my company, when I built my corporation, I built it from the scratch up, living in Dallas. The first people I ran to help was black people. And I was like, let me help you build your business. Pay me $150 a month. That's all I'm asking. And I'm going to help you get where you're supposed to be. The black people were fine with paying me $150 a month. But once they started making money and I came in and said, hey, now that you're making money, now can I come and get to my what I need to be paid? for my value. That's when I became everything from a scam artist to you done. I could do this myself because that's where black people get their man. So when I went across, when I said, okay, well, let me jump back to my neighborhood that I live in, which in Dallas, I was in Plano. So I was surrounded by whites, Asians. When I jumped and put my services to them, they saw the value and paid me my worth right off the muscle. So when I tell people, they be like, Jason, you don't even support your own people. I said, I do. I support black people all day, every day. But are they the only people that I mess with? Because let's be real. When you talk about black only money, we're talking about recycled money. We're not talking about we're not talking about what the white people can go say, what the Asians can go say. The Asians, my Asian side of my family, they own a bank in China that they use the money here. They work here, bare minimum jobs, send it over to China because it triples, and then turn around and use that money to buy apartments and stuff here.
What?
Absolutely.
Look, I just want you to know we about to have a whole nother conversation.
So
That
it,
I love that you have family in China. That right there. Now, see, that is a different. That's a whole conversation in itself because you truly do understand how you have to embrace everything,
yes,
and you have to pay attention and research everything.
I got
There's been
family in
so many
Ghana.
ways that they try to keep us separated.
I got family in Ghana. I got family
Ooh.
in Jamaica. Like I have the people around the world that I have to look at and say, well, just like I shocked a group of people the other day because I said, listen, guys, one of our dollars here is worth 23 Ghana dollars.
What? When I found out,
Why
Yeah.
wouldn't
well,
you?
I was ready to take a trip up.
Why wouldn't you take $3,000, find a cousin that you got over in Ghana, and say, "Go open me a bank account. I'm about to start stacking up this bread."
Yeah.
But
And
people
then,
don't. They're again. No, everybody acts like they're afraid to give out knowledge. Like it is a crime. Like why? If you
yep,
die tomorrow, you just left mad people without that amazing and that's so much information that you could have given to the next generation.
yep.
Even my generation, even their own generation. It's like you would really
Hey, like even
die
right
with
now,
that.
But
in
look,
Ghana. Go ahead.
oh,
Go
look,
ahead.
my bad. And the whole thing with Ghana, we know, when Jerry Rollins went over there in the '60s and started north with the north or southern Ghana, and then all the Black Panthers went over there in exile. Then, the whole snowfall scene where bruh that was working with Free Ray Rick, he went over to Ghana. So it was Ghana, Libya. Libya was actually supposed to have been the country for free slaves. That was the whole purpose of Libya being started over in Africa. Everybody, well, let's go back to Africa and all that. America, business wise, is not the mentality of Asiatic peoples. And I say that because we are taught different. We're not taught business the way Caucasian school systems are taught business. So we're not going to get the, hey, take your pennies and put them up, Billy.
I'm so done with
We
you.
go get the, we go get the, hey man, here go a little dollar, man. You know what I'm saying? Go buy you something. You see what I'm saying? We go get a whole different system,
But that goes back to what I
educationally
said.
wise, academically wise.
Whether you are a slave
So
or not, though, they do their own race like that. How many poor white people live in our hood that they get the same education that we get? They get the worst
no,
opportunity. I'm
I
just saying.
agree. And look how they look at them.
Right, but I'm saying, but that's where I love what Flame is saying when we're talking. We have to stop talking like we're the only race that goes through what we've been through. We have
Right.
not. There's been
Oh no.
indentured servants has been around throughout eternity, whether they were black, white,
Yeah.
purple, pink. If you
Yeah.
owed me money, you had to come be my slave. What happened
Mm-hmm.
was, and what makes us as black people slavery stand out so much because we did not come here in debt. We owed nobody nothing. They
Right.
came and took us. So which changed. That's why when I talk about the difference between and when white people say, well, we were slaves too, I'm like, but you guys created a debt which caused you to be slaves. Black people
Right.
never incurred a debt. We never
Right.
owed anybody. We were in our country and the people in Ark, but when we were in Africa, kings owned other people based on the same thing as indentured servants. So first they started selling off the slaves they had, and the white Europeans or whoever said, "Hey, we don't have to ask these niggas nothing. Let's go get them."
Now let's talk about the ones that was already here, because
And
that's what the ones. Those are the ones who set it off. They went to Africa when all of us over here had got tired of this shit, and just like in Haiti and the Dominican Republic, in the first Indian Ocean slave trade, they started landing on them islands, and them brothers and sisters started chopping their heads off. So they got the heading for the hills. They went to
right,
Cuba. You know what I'm saying? Cuba was a little way station for them, and then they started the Atlantic Ocean slave trade. The thing
right,
about the Atlantic Ocean slave trade is they had already started trying to put, you know what I'm saying, the rest of the originals that was here that they didn't decimate with diseases into slavery and
right.
the barbarity of everything. So we hit the years and stuff like that because they tried to change history. They're trying to tell our children and our grandchildren that one, slavery was good. Two, it might have never existed in the end.
Right.
You know, so when we talk about business and everything, like now we talking, yeah, and don't get me wrong, and personally, I get less than a damn about a dollar bill because it's a piece of paper that was mowed down from a tree that society has put value on to make it. So if that's the case, then let's go back to Africa, get our diamond mines back, and let's put, bring them back over here and stop letting the Dutch bring diamonds over here, which is blood diamonds, and sell them for thousands and thousands of dollars. When truthfully, over there in the motherland, they worth $5
But you say that, but like I
because
said,
it's a
regardless
stone.
of how much you educate us, we still live in a country or a world where we don't control the masses. So you can say all you want that a dollar means nothing, but let you not have a dollar.
What?
Exactly. You're right. I said you're right.
That's all I'm
So
saying. Let you
yeah,
not
I
let
agree.
like even and I'm not gonna get religious here, but even who I believe in, I'm gonna say that not to offend anybody, but who I believe in, even Jesus even said, give unto Caesar what is his. And what he meant by that was at that time, Caesar's money face was on the money.
Yeah.
He said
Render unto
exactly.
Caesar's what is
This
Caesar's.
is
Right.
Caesar's. Why? Because it has him on there. So when
Right.
Caesar comes for his taxes, pay Caesar his
Give it to
taxes.
him.
Because you can't look
Right.
at me to save you from something that you bought into. When you started using his and when I say that because of what you said got us about the farm. If we would have
You're
stayed
right.
with the farm and we would have stayed with trading, money would have never existed. But once they put that
Exactly.
shiny piece in front of us, it changed everything currency. Because now
Right.
nobody's doing brick and mortar. Nobody's saying,
Right.
hey, you got bricks and I got wood. You build my house, I'm gonna build yours.
Exactly. Right. The barter system left out the
You took
way.
it right. I was just about to say the barter system.
Yeah.
But some
Yeah.
of us actually still use it. Is again just people gatekeep those things. So it's all about growth on every level. And see, and I have to go back to it because General Taz, I see you on the chat, and he's in Toronto. He says it's 1750 for their minimum wage, but to get a two-bedroom, it is 2,500 to 3,200 a month everywhere.
Yeah.
That a house or apartment?
No.
Apartment.
Oh, please listen, Jersey. Massachusetts, been to Philly. I've traveled.
Me too.
Everywhere has these little minimum wages. And literally, and I've studied this. I'm taking my bachelor's degree in business.
Salute.
It would take 4 people on minimum wage
To
to
live in a one
maintain
bedroom.
a household.
Yep.
And they would still need help to maintain the cost of food, the cost of gas, to pay the electric, the gas bill, the tolls. Let's be real. Because God forbid I want to go
Right.
see my auntie in New York.
Right.
And
That's
that's
gonna
what
charge me half the things I gotta
and
get out the grocery
and
store
I know
just to
that
say
for a
hi.
fact. I know that for a fact because my god sister, she lived in New York while she was attending NYU. And at the time, I was working for Verizon as a director, and they had me housed in Manhattan, but they were footing my bill, so I really didn't care. And I lived in a
Right.
penthouse in Manhattan, and she had told me to come see her where she lived in the borough. So I'm like, okay, I'll come over there. I get over there, and it's 7 of them living in a 3 bedroom apartment, and they're each paying 2 grand a month to the renter. Each one of them, not one, not each one of them. It's
What?
in the oven. It just needs to be pulled out.
Everybody cooking and talking shit.
5 people. Hold up. 5 people paying 2 grand just to stay in one 3 bedroom apartment.
Yes.
I'm shocked. And the crazy part is before you even go and be like, well, how? Here's the way it works. When you go to get a place, because everyone goes, well, why don't you just go? You paying for a mortgage. You want to know the hard part about that is they know that most people have struggled and gone through a big struggle. You have that minimum wage. Now, guess what? You've taken out pay advances. You done got loans. You can't afford these things because now your credit score, which they don't teach you, they don't teach you all this retarded ass math in school. I said, but nobody teaches
But they ain't
you
gonna tell you
about
about
these
credit score.
taxes. They
Right.
don't break that down.
Gotcha.
So now you have these people who they love to get a house. Probably have the funds to have it. If they're paying
Hey guys,
mortgage rent, let's be
I'm gonna have
real.
to drop off for a second.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
more than rent. So
Right.
when you have that issue and your credit stops you from being able to have a home, so you're spending $2,000-3,000 for a small place where most times the landlord or owner is not taking care of it. So you gotta take care of all of that on your own. It's so
Right.
much going on that's not addressed in this country, and there's a lot of people. I made the joke earlier. I said, when can we go and get us a house for $45? The crazy part is there was a time that you could.
Right.
There was a time that you could. And now we live in a world where you can't even get a home. So I tell everyone the goal is not to get a home, the goal is to get the land.
Mm.
You get that land, you make that land yours. Then you put your home on it. And you learn how to build off that land and speak to, not for nothing, the elders. Speak to those
Right.
vets. They're gonna tell you the things they don't
Yeah.
want you to know. But so many people are closed minded and so stuck in their ways, they're missing the beautiful messages that would probably take them out of half the headaches they got. But they're
True.
so
I agree with
stubborn
that.
and I know it all. And that's unfortunately that's the way this generation is these days. They feel that they know everything, they're entitled to everything, not realizing you can't get the check if you don't put the work in. Not for the real stuff.
Yeah. I think every generation that had their little area of certain people being in that mentality because my generation, because I tell a couple of my stepsons, Nick, if you come from my generation, man, you go get up off your ass and go get it when you know you got to get up off your ass and go get it. Now I do agree, a lot of the youngins feel they are entitled. You know what I'm saying? Mom and pop go take care of it, whatever wasn't mom and pop ain't there no more. You know what I'm saying? So it's anything can happen in these days and times, and I agree with you. You got to be prepared, and you got to be mentally ready. And this economy, I'm seeing it as it's going toward getting everybody toward plastic and taking out paper and uh, coin money. I really see that coming where they just
It
want
just
everybody
started.
swiping cards.
It's already
Because
started.
if you look at it right now, even with the cards, the bank cards, debit cards, whatever we use with the cards, they still have control of your money. You can only withdraw so much money off of Chime, Cash Out, Vimo. Well, damn, if I got $10,000 in my Vimo account, why can't I take my $10,000 off?
Oh, because you be messing
You
up
see what I'm saying?
their business.
Yeah,
Like that's not
they
allowed.
they they regulate. Come on, I'm just saying they regulate what you can take off, but it's your shit.
That's
So,
where you gotta learn. That's where, like I said, we need to sit with our elders, the ones that we have left. We need to sit with the vets, the ones we have left, because
mm,
these are things that back in the day, and not for nothing, I'm a young baby, but my grandmother was one of those people who sat with me. She said, "I need you to understand when everything goes to hell, you need to
mm,
know how to work that land. You
exactly.
need to
Yeah.
learn how to keep bags and pounds of rice, bags and pounds of beans." My sister will tell you, if God, oh, if my sister was here, she'd tell you on a deeper level. But when you have those people that teach you those things, it hits different. So when I watched all the fires and everyone going through, not having clean water, and everyone's taking that for granted, and it's like, oh, not us, we good. Then Canada said, oh, we're gonna turn the lights out. Oh
Mm,
my God, what? Now everybody want to go to the store.
right.
But we've been telling
Exactly.
y'all to take care of your business
You see what I'm
for
saying?
centuries.
Right. Get a generator. Right.
Solar panels. These things been here.
Solar power.
They've
Yeah.
been here.
That too.
But no one's teaching because everybody's too busy on TikTok. I need these people to get on TikTok and say, yo, go get this
Mm,
solar plant. Listen,
If
I
you
need you to
right.
plant
whether
these
you
specific
whether
plants in your front yard. They're going to save your life if
can
you
I
have an
say something?
infection.
Whether you tell them or not, they're not going to do it. That's the problem. So you can talk.
Mm,
This is
Yeah,
one
it's like
thing.
you can
I,
bring them to the water.
if
Can't
I
get the drink.
all I can do is tell you,
right.
but
But
they're
if you
so
told
caught up.
them, they can't feel bad when shit happens
And I
because you
understand. And
told them.
that's what I was about to say. So once I
Yeah.
tell you and I help you and I show, it's like helping when I help people build their business. I come and I tell them right when we sit down, I say, this is going to be a long walk. This is not a run. This is a long stroll. You're going to
Right.
spend more money before you actually make money. I'm going to come to you. You're going to spend so much, it's going to look crazy.
But that back end, baby. That back end, baby.
Yeah, I be one of those people like you said. I gotta do what? Let me go plant this aloe plant. Let me go plant
So,
these tomatoes over here. Cause see you,
and you,
how much
and,
money?
but
Again,
when,
minimum wage, bro.
when you tell
And
them
that's
that,
more than likely gonna be a lot of the rebuttal for a lot of people
yeah,
because
you still get
it's harder to invest now than
you
you
s-
know.
you still get the you still get the back end of them saying, "Man, I spent $8,000 and I ain't saw nothing back." You saw something, but what you didn't see what you expected to see. Because off of
Mm,
$8,000, you probably gonna first get up to 250 every customer. Then you're gonna jump up to
right.
4 grand a month. But that 4 grand that you make, I tell them you got to put that back into the business, dummy. Quit spending that on your rent. Quit spending that on your bills. While you're building what you're building, go get a job. My business is
Right.
21 years old now. But when I started, the first 5 years were hard as shit. I was sleeping in my car. I was running through like money. Hey man, let me go get this little part-time job real quick,
Right.
just so I can
Yeah.
live. So when you talk education, I'm all for education. I'm all for us talking. The problem is everyone is not going to be willing to listen.
Absolutely, absolutely. But
Mm,
our job isn't to make sure that everyone listens.
Right.
Our job as individuals are to at least put it out there.
Right.
You
I agree.
understand what I'm saying? If it's not put out there, then no one can receive it. Some, like you said though, you can give it out there, and they can be like, "Oh, that's so pretty." Ain't doing none of that shit. And I'm not
Right.
gonna hold you. I'm a hard headed person. My whole family is like hard headed. But you know what's crazy? My grandmother said it. She said, "You can talk all the junk you want. You gonna hear my words eventually when shit get real." And
Yeah.
that's exactly what it is. You said it, you
Yeah.
put it in the atmosphere for the longest time. They be like, whatever, whatever. And then shit gets real. And they like, oh my
Yeah.
God, let me go get these tomato plants because grandma did say this. You start remembering
Right.
stuff. Like,
Yeah. You
so
right.
at least put the knowledge out there. It sucks that a lot of our generations and our young people don't really embrace that. But at the same time, our younger people, they're taught and they learn differently. The
Right.
problem is everyone wants to talk how we learned. They don't respond to that because in their
Right.
mind, you're talking at them. You got to talk to them. So when I break
Right.
things down to the young people, I say, okay, you see how Auntie Shirley got that big old apple tree? And you see how the cucumbers are growing over there? You won't believe how long it took for that apple tree to have all those apples. So now they're curious because now they're learning that it takes one seed and you're going to have time. You're gonna have trials, you have storms, you have weather changes, you have seasons. See, when you pay attention and you break it down like that, in life you have seasons. In life you have levels. You're gonna learn lessons, you're gonna fall. You're gonna feel like everything, you know, but this is how you get to be that tree,
True.
Absolutely.
bearing fruit. So it's all in how it's
Facts.
delivered in like I have kids again from little to big and I've watched them all grow with that. And just me teaching them that, I watched them show their friends that. So it really is a reach one, teach one, but it's all in how you deliver. It's all in how you
Absolutely.
deliver.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate for these last 2 minutes because and no, I agree with everything y'all saying. But what about that 1% that's like
You okay?
everything going, but everything ain't motherfucking going. And what I mean by that is because we got people that struggle and they struggle and they struggle every day, right? Like you saying. And then we look over here and we see that one person that just look like they got it going on.
It is.
They just driving this stair, they in the drop top, they in the foreign, they got the mansion on the hills.
22
To
seconds away
us,
from bankruptcy.
yeah, see what I'm saying? To us, they living a life and they doing this and they doing that and the third.
That's because a lot of
Why
people in
can't
this
we? Why
day,
can't we? You know what I'm saying? Why can't we get that?
you see what you're
But the
showing.
thing about what they getting is they doing it on some dirty shit. Everybody think because dirty money is fast money, go ahead and get that money. Nah, cause all money ain't good money,
Period.
But
and
you
all
can't
that
tell me
glitter
that when
ain't
I'm.
always gold.
But you can't tell me that when I'm starving.
That I
I know.
Nah, yeah, you right.
That
But just
logic.
cause,
That logic makes no sense to me when me and my family are hungry.
And it sucks because
true.
you remember when it actually was a village that raised a
Yep.
child?
Yeah,
Yep.
When you
yeah.
can look down and you
It-
didn't have something when you could say Miss Rose on the corner got her garden. I know I can go get some stuff
Man,
from her
come
because her
on
deep
now.
freezer is
What?
lit. They don't have that no
Miss
more.
Miss
My family,
Miss
we still
Mabel
do that.
down the
I'm like,
street got the
cousin, what's in the deep
plates.
freezer?
Right. Come on now.
So we got to build better, and we got to hope. That's all we can do is hope and just try to put out knowledge and resources to those who want to listen. Even if you don't want to listen, is there. And that's still
But
making
see,
a
that's the
difference because
thing.
even if you reach one person, that one person could reach a million. You never know.
And you're absolutely right.
True. I agree. What about the ones that only vibe on the low frequency?
You
What
don't
about
know.
the ones
But
you
that's
can
what
put
she's
that
saying.
knowledge out there?
That's what she's saying. You can't hold
Can't
that.
save everybody
If
like
they
that.
vibe, yeah, if they vibe on a low frequency, you're gonna kill yourself if you steady try to help that person because they're never gonna see where you're at. Because first of all, understand this. You can't correct something that you don't know about. So if you don't know about how vibrations work, you telling me that I'm vibing on a low vibration doesn't make any big deal to me.
Right, because they don't know what a vibration
Right.
is.
Exactly.
Yeah, true.
You
True.
can speak it all day, you can say it all day, you can come back and be like, well, understand how these and frequencies work. But if I don't know, you're speaking to deaf ears.
And
Facts.
so you got to talk to them and not at them. When you're talking at someone, they don't know what you're talking about. They're like, here go this old
Right.
man. Everybody want to try to teach
Yeah, that too.
you.
Yeah. But nah, I was really talking about really on some those that take knowledge and use it for negative intentions.
There's a
And
lot of
and,
those.
You
and a
see what
lot
I'm
of people
saying?
do that.
Yeah, see, these are to me, those are the most dangerous. You
But
know what
let
I'm
me but
saying?
let me ask you this question though. Am I truly dangerous? So I understand what you said, Flame, but since he wants to play the devil
Oh, no,
advocate,
I love the devil's advocate.
I
Get it.
gotta come this way. Since he's saying that. So since you're playing the devil's advocate, I'm gonna say, but if I paid my money to learn the knowledge that I know, why shouldn't I make my money back charging you the same knowledge that I had to pay to learn? You know why college degrees they pay more people the money is because you pay
They
to
pay
go
the
to
money
that
to learn
school.
it.
Yes. So that's why when you get that, I hear people say every day, you don't have to go to college. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do that. But let me ask you a question. If getting that paper will get you out of the life that you're in now, why wouldn't you go get that paper? Like
Okay,
it or
now
not.
let me play devil's advocate on
Go
that
ahead.
one.
Go ahead.
Now, getting that paper is cool. However, there's other ways that you can go about that. I actually had this conversation with my oldest son, to be honest. This is why I said I'm going to play devil's advocate on this. Because as you know, I am in college. I have many degrees. Okay. But like I told my son, no, you don't have to go to college. But what you're going to do is you're going to take a trade.
I was gonna say that. That's my second step.
Yeah, right. Because college is cool. Mom's in debt. Don't.
Right.
As I say, not as I do. And I told him, I said, you're going to
Right.
go and learn trades. Because when you know how trades, you know how to weld. You learn how to build from the ground up. These are the things they
Right.
scared to teach you. And half the time people don't realize these are the things they're giving out for free, but they want you to pay such attention to that
Hey,
degree that you
just
can
tell
go
me.
down the street for free.
Hey, I got a question for you. Tell me when we stop. You know what an intern is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Black people were the king of internship. We used to go in the barber shops, clean up after the barber just to
Yep.
get him to teach
Sweeping
us
them floors.
how to
Mm-hmm.
cut hair.
How to cut hair. Right.
We used to
Yeah.
go to electricians and be like, hey, let me just be a journeyman with you and learn from you. We stopped
Right.
doing that. South Park actually did a whole cartoon show on that to where all the people with degrees didn't know how to fix nothing in their house.
Not at
So
all.
they were
Mark
constantly
everything, and then the
calling
electric
these
goes out.
right. They were calling everybody from the handyman to where the handyman started becoming the millionaires because they were overcharging the people who didn't have the knowledge to do it. So I tell everybody,
Right.
I've been blessed. I grew up on a farm, so I know I can build you a house from the ground up. What we doing?
Right. Right.
I do all the repairs in my own home. I don't call nobody. I know how to fix everything in here. That's when you say, Flame, what you were saying, where we need to educate. Because first we have to be able to take care of our own house.
Right. Right.
Then we can go out and talk to others. Because as we take care of our own, I tell people all the time, the only reason people follow me is because they saw me build this from nothing So when you see a person get up there, do the work, build the house, put the foundation together, still running, still growing, never changing the name of the brand, you're more willing to sit down and say, let me talk. When I talk, you're more willing to listen. And that's the difference.
True.
First,
So
we
leading
have
by
to.
example is a whole amazing way to speak.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to not speak but move,
Yes.
and a lot of people are scared of that. Shout out to my girl Bling Queen. I'm watching everything. She was saying that $2,000 in South Carolina is about 3 homes, and I'm gonna rebuttal that, and that's why I had to look at that. It may be 3 homes, but is the foundation of those homes solid? If a
Thank
storm
you.
comes, them homes gone. So what did you just put your $2,000 into? So before you put that money into these houses, you need to check the land. You need to see what's under that. You need to make sure that you have the right foundation. See, a lot of people be like, "Oh, I'm gonna use cement and I'm gonna use this." Do you know that the certain level of cement that you use can make or break your home? Do you realize that the
Come on
beams
now.
that you use to hold that home up and the plaster that you got to use? Yes, my father built houses. You can tell I know some levels, but these things are essential. Most people are like, I could just throw that from Lowe's, and you can't. You got to know how to work that land or find something
God,
who
you got
does.
3
So
minutes.
for the $2,000,
Yeah.
yes, it seems great, but what's underneath those 3 houses? So I just had to make sure I checked. I addressed that
Absolutely.
because she's such an amazing person, and
Nah.
we always, we always go back and forth about different things, and I love learning from her.
Awesome.
So that's
Nah.
something really important to know.
Nah. You knocked that nail in the motherfucking coffin, Queen, for sure. Bang! We gonna go ahead and give you one of them Jack Black salutes. On that motherfucker right there. Cause that was some real deep knowledge right there.
I
We
love
got
it.
3
It
minutes.
literally is just a conversation with you guys. I absolutely loved being on the show tonight. I can't thank you guys enough. I'm definitely gonna have my
Thank
family, my people tapped in on the live. Y'all already know
you.
it's your girl Fire Nation Flames. Make sure y'all tap in. Make sure y'all lock in y'all interviews. Make sure y'all send that music in, send them links in. Listen, it only takes a push of a button.
That's it. Any shouts out you want to give, Queen, before you got 2 minutes. Say what you gotta say.
It's your girl Fire Nation Flames. I gotta give a big shout out to the label. It's the Mill. Big shout out to 144,000 chosen few family, to my Bling team, to South Kakalaki, New York, Philly. I already know what it is. Listen, everywhere the music is where I am. Your girl is booking, of course. Shout out to United Nations for having me on their team. It's such a huge, huge experience. Big shout out to Humac Distribution, Rob Swartz. It's so many people. Oh my God. Blacksmith, I love you. King Arin, I love you. Bling Queen, 144 Force up. You already know, but it's the Mill. But the best part is we're all united. So stay united and remember the motto: hungry and humble.
That's what's up, man. Salute. We appreciate you coming on, Queen. And we got to end this once again with the premiere of your favorite Pharaoh, Godson of Pharaoh, representing Divine Family, featuring Fire Flame Nation.
Shout out Fire Flame Goddess.
So special.
Divine Family. Divine. Shout out Miller Fire.
Lady Minister from the Ground Up Productions, and I am talking to my peoples over there. Tyler Mix, he's over there in Elmira, upstate right now, and he got a story to tell y'all.
Mad hoes strut they shit up in the Met Gala. Then fuck around and saw some dick up in the Met Gala. Play about your ride, play about your kids, that was MTV. VH1 was a medium for everything. Now they wanna bring back on 106 Park. Is this power standing up? Is he really gonna work? While your president is dropping all these tears off of foreign lands. Got our kids in these streets, stressed on place of grams.
Allows inmates to be out of their cells for 7 hours a day. The correctional officers are against that, and it just created a whole non-safety situation for the whole jail there in Elmira. The staff police stand up and scare for their life and score that the next two.
Changing the history, that's something devils do. Or false narratives or teachers that you never knew. Now they wanna take the spiritual about the knowledge. Give you 12 grades, send your ass off to college. Acting like they never knew this matrix had existed. They can stay you being God, so they rather hang you twisted. Ripping up a nationality that take our birthrights. Original Moors is for the gospel of the holy light.
They watch the fights. Every fight, they barely even break up fights. Sometimes you can see inmates breaking up fights, and like after a person gets beat up, then they step in and break up the
Fire
fight.
Nation, flames. Here's the thing that they hate, for us to be great. Reach one, teach one, push you to elevate. Keep your mind focused on the grind. Shade never get shine. Waking up is divine. Being woke is divine. The power in every hour. Enemy needing power. Head on a swivel, never knowing it's your hour. You don't wanna be that one, nothing left in your honor. Now the feeling messed, I'm trying to make it like empire.